Hey, I just made it right on time. Not not too late, not too early, just on time. Glad to be here. It's on Thursday. It's our Thursday session to journal together. Welcome to Journal with Me. I'm Kathy Hampton. Um, and I have some old news up on the screen. Excuse me, I distracted myself. Um, I'm Kathy Hampton from uh, Wellness and Healing Practices for Women 50 years and beyond. If you are earlier or younger in age, no problem. You can learn anything new that some women 50 and beyond can teach you. And hopefully, if you're younger than 50, you're journaling. That's my hope, or want to journal. This is Journal with Me, and welcome to the community. I want to say hello to Catherine Muhammad, Dr. Donna, Kim M, and we hope to have more community members coming in. Those are community members are regulars. And if you're regular, you're part of the community, you know. And if you share like-mindedness about healing and wellness and practices of healing and wellness, then you're definitely part of the community. So on Thursdays, we actually spend time affirming ourselves, and we'll be doing that. If you haven't already affirmed yourself with a positive, powerful statement about anything that you want to declare about yourself, that's powerful, positive, and also it's a great way of boosting your energy and continuing to inspire yourself to take action to move forward. Today's session, um, I'll be talking a little later about moving in peace. And I'll tell you a little bit more why I decided to discuss this and to name today's session Moving in Peace. But right now, let's get peaceful. Let's get quiet. Let's get still through a short meditation, which we do to start off our sessions so that we can open ourselves up to unfolding, right? Sometimes it's difficult to get started with a practice, whether that be journaling, whether that be yoga, whether that be even walking, right? To getting active. So let's first set our intentions through meditation, affirming ourselves, even speaking words of gratitude for this moment, because I am actually grateful to have you join me on this YouTube channel. And so let's get busy with our opening, all right? Where I invite you to the mat, I invite you to your chair, I invite you to quiet. Closing your eyes if you'd like, or lowering your gaze, looking down your nose into what is in front of you. Getting your breath calibrated or recalibrated, slowing its pace down a little bit. Sitting up in a chair, laying in the bed if you would like, but do so with intention, laying flat on the bed or with your sits bones in your chair. placing a smile on your face, erasing any frown. Moving your shoulders away from your ears, allowing your shoulders to actually melt down. I invite you to set your intention for today, for your practice, whether that be journaling, prayer, chanting, more meditation. I invite you to speak a word of gratitude. I'm thankful. Thank you. Allow yourself to affirm yourself with powerful, positive words. I am productive. I'm impactful. And now let us do some cleansing breaths, clearing out what is not necessary for us, but breathing in love and peace and harmony. We'll take 3 cleansing breaths by inhaling through the nose and then exhaling through the mouth. In the first round, let us inhale love. Exhaling doubt. One more time, inhaling through the nose. Peace. Exhaling fear. One last time, inhaling joy. Exhaling stagnation. And return to your natural breathing pattern. You can feel the ebb and flow of your body, breathing, taking in air in your own pace, exhaling at your own pace. Now, slowly, gently allow the eyes to flutter open. Raise your gaze. Come back to your home, to your familiar place. Okay. And whatever practice that you choose, we'll be spending 15 minutes in our practices. Primary practice for me is journaling. And I ask you to journal with me if you so choose. If you would like to continue meditation, go ahead and still yourself from more meditation. Meditation is energetic, it allows you to actually kind of gain energy when you're at peace, right? And you can also go to the mat, yoga movement, right? So, whatever your practice is, if you'd like to journal, I welcome you to journal with me. If I can find my journal, I have so many notebooks. I have a notebook for different things that I'm writing. This is what I've been journaling in lately, and we'll set the timer, so to speak. I've been taking a note of the time, and we'll come back in 15 minutes. Hello, Abba. Hello, Maria or May. Great to see you here today on this Affirmation Thursday. All right, I'll make it quiet on my end so I don't disturb anyone from their practice, and we'll come back and have a good talk. All right, happy journaling and practicing. Okay, our 15 minutes has come to a close, and I hope that you were able to practice or journal in the time given. If not, please continue doing what you need to do. Yeah, 15 minutes went by fast for me. Um, but I guess I had actually um, had my thoughts going even before journaling. Before journaling, I got had things on my mind that I could get. I was open to write quickly. So it was, I guess, a very productive session for me, even though short. Sometimes when you do the morning pages, the 3 pages, the morning pages, it takes a while for me. Um, unless I have something like really pressing that I need to get out, and there's a lot accumulated. So, yeah. So, um, my gratitude today really had to do about peace. I've had a peaceful morning. Um, uh, I'm grateful for the kindness of others. Um, I've, I've been I've met some new people just in the few weeks that I've been back in Portugal, and people have been very kind. Um, and with even people that I've known, I was welcomed back to a yoga session, and was welcomed back to the group, so to speak, and everyone. We missed one another, so there was kindness in their words. Um, that always, makes you feel good and at peace and welcomed, right? So, with respect to peace, what actually inspired me, and I'll be talking about inspiration, to write about movement, moving in peace or movement in peaceful ways is has been the monks who have been um, walking across the United States, well, at least half of it, as they make their journey from Texas. I believe they began Texas and are very close to Washington, D.C. We're in Richmond, Virginia, I believe yesterday. Been following them. A lot of people have been following them that I know. And they're walking for peace. And it's beautiful to watch responsiveness to the idea of peace. There's an idea of peace, there's actual peace, and then there is inspiration to be peaceful. And all of that to me is just um, amazing and awe inspiring because our world has lately been unpeaceful. There's a lot of chaos and there's lots of things going on. Even if it's, good stuff going on, it's a lot of talk, a lot of chatter like now, a lot of communication, a lot of people getting their points across. We have this ability to be able to speak to one another and get information out quickly. And it could be peaceful, but it could be also chaotic, not knowing things. Today I read an article through about, well, yeah, it was a little art. It was an article about ghosting, right, and gaslighting, and what that does to one's, psyche is very chaotic, right? And knowing what gaslighting is and is not is really important. And that's what the article was about. So there's a lot of stuff going on. And what I've been inspired by have been these men who are walking, some barefoot in all kinds of weather, very focused, very intentional for peace. And you see the people who flock to see them and to be in their presence being just touched by just them passing them by. And everybody just wants some of that peacefulness. I find it really interesting how people want to see them walk for peace, but sometimes are not peaceful when seeing them. There are people cheering them on, right? Um, I think it's moving people, but they're not trying to emulate them. Some do, some don't. And I believe that they, in fact, want to demonstrate peacefulness. They want to show people how to be peaceful. And they want to people to take that inspiration from them. They want to pass it out as they pass through the crowds of people or these roads, these long highways, these back roads where it's peaceful. People come to see them or they're photographed in less populated areas where you see them exercising peace. So I've been inspired by them um, in my in the last few weeks, just trying to be peaceful. And I found that, of course, when you're alone, you can be peaceful. When I was with family just a month ago, I was not peaceful. It was hard for me to concentrate because I've been by myself for so long that it's difficult to concentrate, to focus. And I'm now in peace and not saying that I don't want to be around people, but I like the peacefulness. I like how I can move away and be feel really good. Yesterday in this yoga court class, I was it's Tibetan yoga or Luzhong Luzhong yoga, where it was so peaceful just practicing. And my teacher is Portuguese, so she is now not talking to me in English when she makes movement. So I have to be very intentional in watching um, the movement in order to participate. But she's also very peaceful in her guidance. I can hardly hear her, or I don't hear her at all. But I know the routine. So it's amazing how you can feel so happy when you're at peace. So that might be a practice you might want to take up. If you can become inspired by just being still, being at peace. So, and so what is it I'm really getting at is literally taking actions peacefully, maybe walking in peace, um, sitting in peace, uh, communicating peacefully in some manner, projecting peace. to others. The question for today basically is, what inspires you? I know this is a prompt that you can take with you or not. Where do you find inspiration? Where do you find inspiration? I find inspiration from the monks walking in peace. They've inspired me to think a little differently about how to be peaceful, where to find my peace, and how to spread peace. Really, right? Be an example of peace. Um, yeah. So that's one of the prompts for today. Where do you find inspiration? And then the next question is, what sparks your curiosity and inner fire? With that inspiration, where you, what, what motivates your curiosity and inner fire? And I would have to say that I'm I'm curious most all the time, but I'm curious about things uh, that get people to make a change or make a movement, or people who have made a change or made some kind of movement like these monks have done. I find wanting to know, being curious, is what sparks me to look further inside of myself. How about you? What sparks your curiosity and inner fire? So um, I'm curious about what this peace walk will do for others. I wonder if they're feeling inspired to be more peaceful. How can that change you know, a whole country? Will it change? How will it transform others? Will it or won't it? You know, but I'm curious. Um, and I guess, one person at a time, one group of people at a time, um, being examples of peacefulness may help. That's the hope, right? So, long as I believe we can be as peaceful as we can um, within ourselves, hopefully we can spread that word. They talk about the movements, all kinds of movements. There's women's movement. There's civil rights movements. There's all of these movements. Movements takes actions, and hopefully this is a peace movement that will, in fact, bring some peace to us um, these next days, next months, and years to come. I hope there's a change. We all hope there's a big change coming, right? So, if you are watching this on replay, where we have spent time together in community, oh, my friend, I'm curious how this new member of my family will impact my life. Oh, I believe she's going to bring you joy. Yep, I'm saying she. I don't know if it's a she or not. I just put that out there. I have no idea. It doesn't matter. The new member of your family is going to bring you so much joy. I don't know initially. It will be peaceful. But new members of families come with demands, right? They will be gentle and they'll make you feel very, that inner fire. Oh, you'll be so warm inside. uh, oh, wow. That's right. It's a she. It is a she. Okay. All right. Very good. You may have mentioned that. And Catherine's grandson is coming, who I know she loves dearly. So, that's so funny. Yeah, that's great. Very good. So many wonderful ways. That's great. We have. I was just talking with not talking, texting with someone who has a new grandchild, first grandchild, and she's just she sends pictures quite often, and it's so funny. I'm seeing the baby grow up, and I don't even know the baby, and the baby makes me smile. I'm not related to this beautiful baby, but she has sparked, my interest. Um, she's inspired me. I've inspired me in ways that I've been inspired by my children, and that is, I'm interested in revisiting, writing a children's book. When I have all these other things I'm writing, but just seeing her and texting with this woman, I feel like writing a children's book. That's how she's been inspiring me. So um, I have that in mind. But, it's the spark um, uh, to take action, to move uh, through through a child, right? A beautiful inspiration, right? So I can understand the grandmothers, how they must feel. Um, I don't have that going on for me right now. I am curious, but that's not going to happen for me until it's out of my control. But I'm happy. I'm happy for you all. I'm happy for that curiosity of what it's going to be when the baby comes and when your grandson comes to visit you, Catherine. Yesterday, I saw something that really lit me up, and that was seeing. Here I go back to pets. Seeing a dog that and the breed, the Vizsla. I saw a young Vizsla female, and they're smaller than the males usually, and she was so pretty and well behaved. So I stopped to ask about the dog, and the dog was very sweet. And I asked where the breeder, where they got her, and she says, "Oh, we got her in Poland." I was like, "Wow!" But I'm finding that a lot of breeders that people go to are in Poland, cats and dogs. So yeah, I thought I'm like, oh, do I take a trip? Does that inspire me to go to Poland to check out breeders of dogs, or do I just go to an animal shelter and get a dog who needs to be loved, or a cat? But that sparked my curiosity. I don't know. Just talking here. I asked you all the question, right? Marie says, just being around small children is motivation to keep on going no matter what. They bring back the youth in us. Yes, with their presence, laughter, smiles, curiosity. Yes, Maria, they do. They do. And I have been seeking young energy. I tell people I love young energy, youthful energy, uh, because yeah, we lose track of all the lightness there is in the world, right? The laughter, the newness, their presence, absolutely. Their smiles, absolutely. And what I have found, even in this country that is new to me, is that children, little children here, act like children and they're happy. Um, Not to say that children in the United States, that is not the case, but there's a difference. There's a difference in grown-ups where we feel rushed, we feel um, there's just not a um, peacefulness. But I see a lot of children just um, being children. Uh, yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but it's different. It is different. Yeah. So interesting in Poland. Yes, yes, the dogs are in Poland, and the cats too. So I don't know. I don't want to say that there are mills, but I do see on Facebook groups. There's a certain cat that I'm interested in. I think they're so pretty. So I went on Facebook and I put the name of the cat in Facebook, and up came this Facebook group, and the cats were in Poland, the ones that were showing. so, so yeah. And the breed of the dog that I'm interested in is actually a Hungarian dog, but I'm sure they're in Hungary, but it's a different, it's usually a different, they look different. Anyhow, I will not bore you with that subject as I could go on and on about that. So, well, I've had a great morning, a great Thursday with you. If you are on my um, in my on my list for my newsletter, please be expecting something in your inbox today, if not tomorrow, about the salon and things that are going on in my world. I hope that you get that and can participate or act and register for the salon. And do me a favor and like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. If in fact I forgot about those people who were on the replay, got into a different subject. But yeah, be sure to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. You'll be made aware of any video that I upload. And I look forward to seeing you on next Tuesday. All right. So have a great weekend. Um, have a great day. First, you got to have a great day today, then a great day tomorrow, then a great weekend, right? I'll be back on Tuesday. And I hope you can find that peace. All right. Find that peace that yummy peace. I find it mostly in the morning hours. I go out and I try my best to stay in that space, and I do pretty well. I do pretty well finding that peacefulness for the most part. So yeah, I look forward to seeing you again and you seeing me next Tuesday. Sending much love to you and to yours. And we'll be back with more journaling together next Tuesday. All right. Take care.